So today we're going to be taking a look at the entire Acqua di Giò fragrance line. I'm going to compare all of them, just give you the brief rundown on each of them, the note breakdown, the performance, that sort of thing. And at the end of the video, I'm going to just kind of give you my personal favorites and which ones I think are worth picking up at the end of the day. So if you've been in the market for picking up some Acqua di Giò fragrances, we do have quite a few flankers at this point. This video is going to help you out. It's another one of those buying guide videos. I have a full playlist on this. I've done it with quite a few other popular designer fragrance lines. And really these videos can be helpful as these fragrance lines get bigger, right? If you have a couple flankers, it can be pretty easy to make a decision, but when you get to the point where you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and beyond amount of flankers, it can be a bit hard to make a purchasing decision when you want to grab something if you're new to the line. So if you want to grab any of the Acqua di Giò flankers in this video, I will link them all down below to Fragrance Discounter so you can grab them at a nice discounted price off of retail. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, starting off with the first one where it all started, the original Acqua di Giò Profumo. C notes, lemon, lime, orange, and musk are some of the main notes in this one. And I mean, okay, let's be real. Do I need to describe this one to you further? I don't think I do. You know this smell. If you haven't smelled Acqua di Giò, at least in your head, you're thinking that you haven't smelled it, you've probably smelled it. I mean, that's how popular this is. This is like one of the most popular men's fragrances of all time. So even if you're not for sure if you've smelled it, you've probably smelled it at some point. Let's be real. And you can't say that about many fragrances. You couldn't say that about Parfums de Marly Layton or, Hugo Boss Iced or some random thing like that. But you can almost for sure with confidence say that about Acqua di Giò Profumo. This stuff is everywhere. It was when it first came out, and it still is now. This guy, I mean, it's a bestseller. It's popular. You've smelled it before, even if you don't think so. It's musky, it's aquatic, it's bright, it's light, it's fresh. It's great for summertime, but it can be used all year round. This stuff really has it all going on. Performance on my skin from a newer bottle is not going to be anything to write home about. It's really not. It's a 6-hour longevity fragrance and a kind of moderate projector. It doesn't have that good a performance for me anymore like maybe it used to back when it first came out. Reformulation and all that sort of stuff has happened over the years, and that's pretty typical of fragrances, so at this point it doesn't perform that great on my skin. And really for me, I wouldn't recommend buying the original anymore. Normally I save that portion for the end of the video, but just to get it out of the way right now, the original Acqua di Giò, I wouldn't do it. I would save your money and I would invest in some of the amazing flankers that we're going to cover later on in this video. But of course, this one still had to be featured. It's where it all started. That's where it stemmed from. And this right here really kind of kicked off the aquatic men's fragrance wave, which there are tons of them now. So, I mean, it definitely deserves the love. It deserves the hype. Acqua di Giò Profumo, this one, it's a classic. So up next, let's cover Essenza. Now this one has water notes, bergamot, grapefruit, and cologne, which is an aroma chemical that kind of gives off a melon or watermelon type of smell. Now unfortunately this one here is discontinued. You can't get it anymore. I will link to perhaps some sellers on eBay who carry this one, but you have to kind of bust out the wallet, if you know what I'm saying, for that, because this one was hyped, it's been discontinued, and so the prices are going to be heavily inflated on this one compared to when this one was in full production. For me, this one just has a bit more of a woody, herbal, and citrus approach on the original Acqua di Giò. For a lot of guys out there, myself included, this was a really great flanker. This one brought something new to the table. It was refreshing, it was different, and it's a nice alternative to the original. When the original has been reformulated, it's been just kind of played out, and you want something that still keeps the same idea going, but with a different twist. Essenza was kind of the go-to for a lot of guys out there in the community up until it was discontinued. Performance on this one has always been fantastic on my skin. It's one that will get you through the entire day, 8+ hours, good projector, has a bit more depth going on, has a bit of a different twist, a really nice scent. It was discontinued probably due to lack of sales, lack of interest. Marketing behind this one probably was not as strong as some of the other flankers, which we'll get to in a minute, which is a shame because I think it's a good scent. If you can somehow grab a bottle of this one without breaking the bank, without about just paying a niche price for this one, it is worth having around if you are a fan of the line. It's a nice scent. That is sad to see that it has been discontinued, but hey, it's still a good one. If you can grab one, it is worth it. It's versatile. It's another all year round type of scent, but it really does shine in the spring and summertime in the warm weather. This one kind of sparkles and pops off really nicely. Okay, up next we're going to cover a flanker that you've probably never heard of before. This is kind of one of those under the radar flankers in a fragrance line that, you know, it was put out, it was released, but no one ever really talked about it. It is Acqua di Giò Profondo. Now this one has sea notes, incense, and patchouli as some of the main notes. And of course, if you didn't catch it, I'm 100% being sarcastic. By far the most popular, the most successful fragrance flanker from the line. And really, if you're going to be realistic about it, probably one of the most successful flankers, period, across all of the designer brands, everything out there. Profumo has really made a name for itself, and I'm so glad that it did, because this one is incredible. It sticks with that original DNA, but adds a nice smokiness and a nice green kind of sexiness from the patchouli that you get from this one. It basically kind of takes a nighttime approach on the original, makes it a bit more appropriate for an evening out, a bit more dressy, a bit more upscale, while the original Acqua di Giò is a great summertime, casual, playful scent. This one is what you want to wear when you're getting down to business. You're going to a business meeting, you're going into a job interview, or on the flip side, you're taking a girl out on a date. You're going on a nice date in the evening time. This one's going to have you set. If you look way back on my channel, back I think in 2017, I did a review on this one. I've featured it in videos. I've always described this one as smelling like a summer night on the beach, and I still stick with that. Even to this day, 4 years later, it kind of has this summertime feel from the aquatic notes like the original, but that smoky, dark incense note gives it more of an evening appeal, and it just kind of paints the picture in your head of being with your girlfriend, your wife, your significant other on the beach in the evening time. The sun is going down, and you're spending time with each other. Or if you're sitting at a nice restaurant that happens to be outdoor seating, and you got the water right there, the ocean, the lake, some sort of water in the evening, kind of a nice dress setting. This one kind of paints that picture as well. Just a summer night on the beach, sexy, classy, upscale, amazing, amazing flanker. Performance on this one is also going to be very strong. It's a 9-10 plus hour scent on my skin. Seriously, from an aquatic scent, it is that good. It's a parfum concentration, so you would expect that, and it does last a very long time. It also projects very strong as well. Stronger than you would think, again, for a parfum, and for the fact that it is kind of an aquatic marine type of scent. This one has performance for days. It'll really stick through the entire day, and it's just great for an evening out date type of scent, or also a signature scent everyday type of thing. This one does it all. It's got the sweetness to work good in cooler weather, but it also has that fresh, aquatic, somewhat citrusy kick to work good in warmer weather as well. All around, this one here kills it. And on that same token, I want to throw this one in as well. Special blend. This one is going to have the same exact note breakdown as Profumo. So really what this one is all about is apparently they were sourcing some sort of different patchouli in this one compared to the original. And it kind of sounds like some sort of made-up marketing scheme to get you to buy this limited edition, because this one is, unfortunately, limited edition. I wouldn't say it's discontinued because it was never in full production. They made a certain amount and then they stopped, so you can't just go grab this one anymore, unfortunately, although eBay, you can get some bottles still, but it is going to be expensive. This one, it has a bit more of a sweetness, a bit more of a depth to it, and there really is a difference in scent. Now, is it worth paying, $100, $120, $150 more for this compared to the original? No, I wouldn't say that. If you're a diehard collector, it's cool to have around. The bottle is stunning. The gold accents on this does look amazing. These do still have the magnetic cap, which we will get to later on, and when they got rid of the magnetic cap, and you have gold under there as well. Bottle is absolutely gorgeous. I love it, and it's very fitting to the scent. And it is a bit more sweet, has a bit more depth, and I really do like the special blend. But again, it's one that's expensive, and really for most of you guys out there, it's not worth paying more than double the price of the original just to have this one. Unless you're diehard and you have the money to throw around, just stick with the original Profumo, but this one is still cool as well. Up next, we're going to talk about Acqua di Giò Absolu. So I remember very distinctly when this one came out, we had Profumo and Special Blend out for a while, and we were just kind of waiting. We were waiting for the next flanker. What was it going to be? How are they going to top Profumo? And Absolu finally came out. This one has sea notes, woody notes, tonka bean, and amberwood. So, when I saw the bottle, I love the wooden cap. I love just the look of it all around. I was pumped. When I got a sample of it, I was not so pumped anymore. It's a great smelling scent, but it does have that kind of Invictus Aqua bubblegummy approach to it. And here, unfortunately, with this one, where everything kind of changes, is we have a snap cap. So they took away the magnetic cap, and they also took away the plate on the bottom. So Profumo and Essenza has this plate on the bottom, kind of like a metal silver plate, and this one does not. And from here on out, they don't have that, and they don't have a magnetic cap either. Cutting costs, I get it, you got to do what you got to do, but come on, magnetic caps are always cool. Again, while this one isn't that surprising and isn't that mind-blowing, it is a great smelling scent. Compliment factor on this one is going to be fantastic. Performance is also good. It's a good 7-8 hour fragrance longevity, a pretty solid performer. In the summer heat, this one will pop off and project pretty good, but it definitely doesn't top Profumo and Essenza in terms of smell. All right, those are a couple mind blowers right there. This one is a bit more familiar to you, but it does work well, and it is kind of going in that more modern direction. It's following the trends of men's perfumery, which is fragrances that have that bubblegummy, sweet, aquatic, mass appealing touch. That's what this one does. And hey, it was created by Alberto Marias. He is a master perfumer. He knows what he's doing. And while it is in that similar kind of Invictus Aqua category, he's got his own twist on it. And I have to admit, it does smell great. It's a great fragrance that works well. In summertime, this one kills it. Absolu. It's not too bad. Here's where it gets a little bit interesting. Again, we have Absolu Instinct. Now this one has amberwood, ebony wood, seaweed, and sea notes is some of the main notes in this one. So this one is a dark marine scent. This one is very sweet as well. A lot of that seaweed you get in here. You get that ebony wood, kind of a sweetness. You get that amberwood. But this is definitely not your Absolu or Bulgari Aqua Atlantique or something along those lines. This one has quite a bit more punch, a bit more depth, and a bit more sweetness to it. And with that being said, this one also is not going to be your compliment monster type of scent. It has a bit more of a different thing going on. And actually, as far as I'm aware, this one has been discontinued as well pretty early on. It's not that old of a scent, and I'm pretty sure that they have discontinued this one. I do think it is still available, but it is going to be running out at some point. And it's kind of a similar thing. This is just not going to appeal to your average Joe who's looking for something that's just going to smell great to everyone and be a compliment getter. This one's going to turn up some noses. Some people may smell this and be like, what is that? That's kind of weird. And I would understand where people are coming from. It is different, but for people like probably yourself and myself, this is cool, this is interesting, and this is different. Unfortunately, when it comes down to a big designer brand, they don't care about us. They care about the people who are buying these in a department store paying full retail. That's going to be the people who just want to smell good and have a cologne to wear for any occasion. This one has a bit more going on. It's just quite a bit different. It's much more of a marine, dark, realistic smelling scent. But if you want a bit of a different aquatic marine type of scent, something with a nice twist, if you can still get your hands on this one, it is worth picking up because at some point the prices are going to be astronomical and you're going to regret not grabbing a bottle of this one. And we're down to the last fragrance in this video. That was pretty quick. We have Profondo. Now this one has sea notes, minerals, orange, and rosemary as some of the main notes. So this is kind of what I was hoping to get after Profumo. So, like I was talking about earlier, Profumo came out, Special Blend came out. We're sitting here waiting, okay, what can they possibly create that is as good as Profumo? We got Absolu, which I already talked about Absolu, just kind of okay. This, for me, is really the next up against Profumo because it's just different, It's a marine aquatic scent with a minerals touch, and you really do get that mineral smell. It smells like, it hasn't even been sprayed in a while. It smells like the salty ocean air. It smells like the sea salt from the ocean, the water. It smells like, you know, the minerals from the rocks coming off. This is ultra realistic, photorealistic. You get that marine smell. You get a little bit of a creamy orange in here. You get a nice aroma chemical base in here, a nice muskiness. This one smells so, so good. It's uplifting, it's bright, it's aquatic. It's got a very mass appealing type of thing going on. It just really has it all. I mean, this right here is so good. It's so addicting. It's one that I already own 2 bottles of just to stay stocked up on it. It's one my girlfriend loves. It's a compliment killer, and it's great to wear in the summertime. This right here is an aquatic unlike anything else, and really for me it's right up there against Profumo just in terms of how good it is. Performance on my skin is also very good. It's another 8-9+ hour scent and also a good projector as well, especially when you get some heat on it. So now we're to the part of the video where I'm going to tell you my favorites. Which fragrances do I think you should buy from this line? I'm going to list off 3 of them here, and we're going to start with these 2, Profumo and Profondo. Both of these are worth owning in your collection if you have a collection. Now, if you're someone who just wants to own just a couple fragrances to wear throughout the year, you don't want to get into it, you don't want to spend a ton of money, take your pick. Go to a department store, smell both of them, choose your favorite. If you want to do a blind buy, you don't want to sample it first, I would go Profumo. Still, even to this day, Profumo, still one of the best signature scents to wear all year round. But if you do have the means to go sample it first or try them out or blind buy both of them, both are great to have in the collection. Both of these scents are amazing, great for all year round, but they do shine in the summertime, more specifically Profondo. This one does really, really well in the high heat. Like I said, I have a 3rd fragrance I'm going to recommend to you guys to purchase from the line, and that is Absolu. So it probably sounded like I was busting on this fragrance and probably sounded like I hated it, but I don't. I think it's good. It smells great. It's one of my favorite Invictus Aqua alternatives. If I don't want to wear Invictus Aqua and I want something that is similar to it without wearing Invictus Aqua, I guess, then I would go for this one. I mean, when you say it like that, it sounds stupid. If you want Invictus Aqua, wear Invictus Aqua, but it does have something different going on, and I do think it's solid. If you're a teenager, if you're a younger guy, if you're in college, high school, this one right here is a really solid option. And let's be honest, all you care about is getting compliments, and this one is going to do just that. That's going to do it for me, guys. That is my buying guide on the Acqua di Giò fragrance line. Again, there's going to be many more to come. Profondo Lights has been created, and it is out there in the world. I just wanted to get this video out before it got too hard to digest here, because I know a lot of you guys are curious about the line, as we do have some discontinuations and things going on. Let me know your favorite Acqua di Giò flanker down below, and remember, if you want to grab any of these for yourself, they will be linked down below to discounters as well. So if you want to grab them at a nice discounted price off of retail, hit those links down there and they'll take you right to it. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.